In the dusty village of Sonpur, where the wells ran low and the summer sun was a hammer, there lived a boy named Kesa, who dug 7 holes in 7 days, and never, not once, found a single drop of water. Tonight, little ones, Grandpa will tell you why. Kesa was 10 years old and quick as a sparrow. His hands were never still. His head was always full of new ideas. But Kesa had one little trouble, and it was this. He loved to begin things. He just never quite finished them. Behind his house lay all his beginnings. Half a kite with no string, a clay horse with 3 legs, a garden where he had planted seeds, watered them twice, and then forgotten, a wall he had started building that was 4 bricks high, and going nowhere. Kesa, my little whirlwind, you start 100 journeys and arrive nowhere. One finished thing, Beta, is worth 100 started ones. Finishing is boring. The fun part is the beginning, when everything is new. Besides, the old things are dull now. I have better ideas today. That summer was the driest anyone could remember. The village pond shrank to a sad brown puddle. The women walked further and further for water. And one morning, the headman stood in the square with grave news. We need a new well, he said. A deep one, in the field by the banyan. Whoever digs down to the water will be the hero of Sonpur, and will never pay for water again. Kesa's eyes went wide as moons. A hero? That will be me. How hard can it be? You dig a hole, you find water, everybody claps. I will start today. No, now. And off he ran, spade over his shoulder, to the field by the banyan tree. He chose a fine spot, spat on his hands, and began to dig with the energy of 10 boys. All morning he dug. The hole grew, to his knees, to his waist, to his shoulders. Dust flew. Kesa sang. I am Kesa, the well finder, the hero of Sonpur. By noon, he was standing in a hole as deep as he was tall. Then he stopped. He wiped his face. The soil down here was dry, hard, not a hint of damp. His arms ached, and the old, familiar whisper crept into his ear. This spot has no water. I can feel it. Why waste my strength here? I should try a fresh spot. Over there, by the rocks. That one looks much luckier. And so Kesa climbed out, left his good deep hole behind, and walked 20 steps to start a brand new one. And little ones, you can already guess how this song goes. By the rocks he dug to his waist, then thought the spot near the wall looked better. By the wall he dug to his knees, then the shade of the banyan called to him. Hole after hole, day after day. 7 holes in 7 days, each one shallower than the last, each one abandoned the moment it grew hard. The other children began to laugh. There goes Kesa, they sang. Who digs the whole field and finds the whole nothing? Kesa's ears burned red, but still he told himself the next spot would be the lucky one. On the 8th evening, tired and ashamed, Kesa sat by the very first hole, the deep one he had dug and left. And there, resting in its cool shade, sat old Dada Bhola, the oldest well digger in all of Sonpur, his beard like white river foam. 7 holes, young Kesa, dictatati, uptundubzatane. I have watched them all. You have moved more earth this week than any man in the village. You are not lazy, child. So tell this old man, why is your throat still dry? Because the water hides from me, Dada. Every spot I choose is empty. I dig and there is never any water, no matter how lucky the spot looks. Ah. No, child. The water does not hide from you. You run from the water. Run from it? I never even found it. How can I run from something I never reached? Sit, and let me tell you a secret of the earth. Water does not live near the top, where the digging is easy and the singing is loud. Water waits deep, beneath the hard, dry layer that makes your arms ache and your heart say, "Give up. Try elsewhere." Kneel. And that ache, that boredom, that whisper of a fresher spot, that is not a sign you chose wrong, child. It is the sign you are almost there. The hard, dry layer is the last gate before the water. Every digger meets it. The fool turns away from it. The finder digs through it. Kesa sat very still. He thought of his 7 holes. Each one stopped at exactly the moment the soil turned hard. Each one abandoned right at the gate. He had not dug 7 empty wells. He had quit 7 wells, 1 stone short of water, again and again and again. Come, Mew. You already dug the deepest hole of all on your first day. This one, beneath us. You stopped a single arm's length too soon. Pick up your spade, child. This time, when your arms beg you to quit, that is when you dig harder. So Kesa climbed back down into his very first hole, the one he had abandoned 8 days ago. His arms still ached. The soil was still hard and dry. The whisper came again, sweet as ever. Try a fresher spot. And this time, Kesa gritted his teeth and did not listen. Not this time. This time I do not run. Through the hard part. That is where the water waits. Dig, Kesa, dig. He dug past the ache. He dug past the boredom. He dug past the place where every other day he had given up. His hands blistered. His back screamed. Dada Bhola sat above, saying nothing, only nodding. And then the spade came up dark and damp and heavy. Kesa froze. He pressed his palm to the cool earth at his feet, and it came away wet. Wet. It's wet. Dada, the soil is wet. I can smell it. Water, real water, right under my feet. One more push of the spade, and with a soft, sweet gurgle, clear, cold water came welling up around the boy's ankles, bubbling, rising, glinting in the evening light. Kesa had struck the spring at last. He scrambled out shouting, soaked to the knees, and grinning like the sun itself. The villagers came running. By nightfall, the whole of Sonpur was laughing and crying around Kesa's well, the deepest, sweetest, coldest well in 7 villages. You see, child? It was never a new spot you needed. It was 10 more minutes of the old one. You had dug your way to water 6 different times, and turned back at the gate 6 times. Today, you simply walked through. From that day, Kesa changed. He finished his kite, and it flew. He finished his garden, and it bloomed. He finished his little wall, and it stood. And whenever a friend wanted to quit something just before the end, Kesa would grin and say, "Ah, but this is the hard, dry layer. The water is right below. Det går det don't. Nej, det ser not namsedi, eskashinan. Ndewa. Namye, one day." So remember Kesa and his 7 holes, little ones. Anyone can start. Anyone can dig while the singing is easy. But the reward is never near the top, where things are fun and fresh. It waits beneath the hard, dry layer, where your heart whispers, "Give up and start something new." That whisper is not a wall. It is a gate. Finish what you start. The water is always just below the place you wanted to quit. Good night, little diggers, and keep digging.